knee flexion passive range holds in hip extension. So really simply, we're going to get on one knee here and then get extension through this other leg, and then we're going to do knee flexion in this. I'm not worried too much about you getting like right into that sort of hip extension here. If you're doing hip extension pails and rails and passive range holds, that kind of things, like super important to make sure that your spine's not arching and all these other things. But in this case, what we're trying to do is just get that hamstring to work better in the motion of hip extension. So when you get into an ordinary hip extension in your day-to-day things, or whatever it is you like to do, even if it's a hoop, this is the position you're in. So that's fine. So all we're going to do is get into this position. We're in hip extension, and then you're going to actively bring your foot back, grab it, pull it here as far as you possibly can. In this case, you'll probably feel a bit of a stretch on the front, your quad, hip flexor. Good, that's perfectly fine. So we're going to get into here and then just hold that foot, activate the hamstring. Try your best to keep that heel next to your butt and then slowly let it go. 1 rep. Cramp. Your goal is to cramp. Get that hamstring on, slowly let it go. Keep it up as high as you possibly can. And there's your passive range holds for your knee flexion in hip extension. Another way that you can do it against a box or a bench. Probably don't use a hard surface like this, but if you get to this half kneeling position here and really focus on getting into a stretch in your quad and your hip flexor here by really rotating the hips under, you'll feel a stretch here. Arch that spine, get as much extension as you can, get that hamstring on, move forward until it comes off, and that's 1 rep. You'll find you can get less contraction probably here in your hamstring than you would if you weren't focusing on getting that hip into extension. But this is just another way for you to do it. Really focus on getting that extension. Tilt the hips, arch the spine, go back as far as you can, cramp that hamstring, move forward until it comes off, 1 rep. Start with the first one, but then you've got this as another option as well. Enjoy.